Are these stocks, Beam Global and Fusion Fuel Green, a buy? So before we try to see what we can make of that, or try to answer those questions, let's quickly have a look and see what has been said about Beam Global. And on this piece written on Motley Fool, it was published on the 4th of January 2021, and the author began by saying, Beam Global became the latest electric vehicle stock to catch fire as the stock surged after announcing new patents related to EV charging and a new contract to deploy the technology. The news sent shares of the recent IPO flying higher, up 115% in December, according to S&P Global Market Intelligence. Okay, the chart below indicates that. And then he went on to say, so what? Beam had its IPO as Envision Solar in July 2020, a microcap stock then. And the company, which makes EV charging technology based on renewable energy, has attracted attention in recent months driving the stock up by multiples into small cap territory. And then on December the 3rd, 2020, the company announced a new patent for its UAV ARC charging network, which provides en route charging for drones. The company believes commercial and military customers will be interested in the technology as the use of drones for package delivery and military operations proliferates. The following week, Beam said it had received 3 new patents around its EV charging infrastructure. Despite those announcements, the stock was quiet for the first half of December, but then began to surge after it said on December 17 that Montebello, California will deploy 2 of the company's solar power EV charging terminals to charge the city's electric transit vans and other and future EVs. So it's also trying to remind us that the company is still at the development stage and just took in $1.2 million in revenue. So enough of that. Let's see what we can make out of Beam. Beam is it's been around for some time, for some months now. Going by the IPO it had in this July 2020, based on what we read over there. So right now we are covering this piece in the pre-market session, so it's not exactly trading at the moment. So this is what it closed at on the 11th of January 2021. So we can see some interesting figures here. It's okay. It's the author of that piece said it has gone. It's now in small cap territory, but it's still a micro cap. You can see it has a market cap of $567.2 million, and also interesting is that it has a float of 7.97 million. That is small. And we know that this sort of float definitely makes the stock, the price, can make it volatile. And it also has a short interest of 6.557. So a combination of that, the short interest, not exactly very high, it could be more, if it were more, all the better. But a short float definitely puts a lot of pressure upward or downwards on the stock price, so that's interesting. So technically, Beam appears to be in a strong bullish trend. Its 200-day moving average upward sloping, and the MACD histogram is above 0. Comparative relative strength analysis shows that the issue is outperforming the S&P 500. Momentum for Beam is strongly bullish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is above 80, the level which many analysts call overbought. This means that investors have been actively purchasing shares and driving the price higher. Okay, so it's currently in the overbought territory, just slightly right on the mark of that, based on what we have here on this metrics, on this indicator. So, and then the price rate of change is it has cooled off which is a close reflection of momentum. So it's currently at a 60.04, so 60.4. Okay, so the imbalance volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. The Bollinger Bands are presently wider than usual as a result of greater than normal volatility that accompanied the recent price move. Events such as this may precede a pause or reversal in the near-term trend. Okay, so what more do we say? Okay, so should I buy BEEM stock? Well, given all that is going on, and given that it closed, it's slightly trading above its 10-day trend line, which will be one of the closest to determine a fair price. Technically it's trading above that, so I would say that it's trading, the price could be better, but market participants demand, and when they demand it, and also given its small float, it will continue to rise. So it's definitely, it's definitely a stock to own for the future, for the long term. So, but for now, the price is slightly quite hot. So I would say be patient, hold on, and see what's going to happen. It might pull back or correct, and we have evidently seen that it does that in as recent as the 4th of January, the first official trading session of this year, 2021. It was actually trading below its 10-day trend line, trend line. So it has demonstrated that it can pull back, and also as well on the 3rd of January, about a month ago, it also was trading below its pulled back below its 10-day trend line. So you have to be patient and wait for it to do that again. Hopefully, it should do that again. The chance that it will do that again is there because of the small float. The small float means that it will. There's a good chance that it will, swing enough, and it has, demonstrated that. So just be patient. It has the fundamentals for now to swim back below its trend line, especially the short-term one, the 10-day. And if it does that, by all means, see if you can join, but also be careful. Don't commit a lot of money, and invest small, and aim to make gain big. So, and indeed, if you would also argue as well that if you invest big, you reap bigger. But be careful. Be cautious. Don't put a lot of money. And also spread your money around. In as much as we have been clamoring and promoting EV, renewable battery stocks, try and also put your money in stocks that are gradually trying to recover from the pandemic. So let's move on to the next one, which will be Fusion Fuel Green. So Fusion Fuel Green, I believe, started trading of recent, given that it's completed its IPO, and or rather its merger with the SPAC and HL acquisition. So as at the 10th of December, it was trading as high as $21.87. But has since declined, and just not far away from its 10-day trend line at $18.03. So you can also see as well that it's a micro cap of $209.3 million, and it has a relatively small float, compared to some other floats we've seen in the billions, so it's 11.608 million shares. Not too bad, positively, or when on positive days, yes, there's a good chance that because of this small float, you might get double-digit gains, if not even more. So, but also that might also be tempered by the fact that it's currently trading in double digits. So there isn't much to look at on this stock, since it's just started trading. But the momentum for Fusion Fuel is strongly bullish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is rising as investors pay higher prices for shares. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. Okay, Bollinger Bands, there isn't much there because of the fact that it is it's quite a recent issue. So indeed, this is also another stock that's in the whole fusion fuel, the whole renewable energy space. And I believe this company it makes hydrogen from renewable energy. So but also it turns out that plug power is probably the dominant or the most popular of the stock in that space. I'm not sure Enphase or even fuel cell energy. I'm not sure about Enphase, but if plug power is there, then you always have to count in fuel cell energy. So, but why not? It's looking like it's pulling back. Let's see whether it's a correction it has had. So at this price it was at 1890. So this is not up to a correction, but it's just not far away from its 10-day trend line. Well, just like the other stock Beam, unlike rather, it's currently trading very close to its short-term. I would say if you wanted to do so, by all means do so. Don't commit a lot of money, as I've been saying, and see how it goes. So, but at the same time, I would say that I'm a bit skeptical, but that will be an issue that will play out in the future. I'm a bit skeptical because if you want to rely on solar energy alone to develop if you want to rely on solar energy as a source of electricity to produce your hydrogen, then you have to really, it's going to be a gamble because the sun doesn't shine every day, or less probably. Yes, okay, it might be somewhere in California, maybe. Yes, okay, that will be the case, and goes on from there. But if it's strictly relying, if its facility is going to be in sunny area or like California, especially in the south, there, okay, maybe you can say the solar energy will always be there, at least much of the time during the year. Okay, so as I said, if you're going to commit your resources on in this company, by all means do so, but don't commit a lot of money. And also begin now to also diversify your funds, your resources. You can try other platforms that outside the US. In the UK they have platforms where you can trade with leverage, and that will enable you to trade probably the Russell 2000 futures. If you don't want to do that, you can always find certain ETFs that are offering Russell 2000 ETFs. There's a slight rotation away from technology stocks and towards these mid cap, closer to home, closer to the main street stocks. So this does not mean that the Nasdaq or technology stock will not continue to rise. They will continue to rise, and it is rising regardless of this rotation. Okay. So if you're new to this channel, subscribe, like, and share if you're already a subscriber. Thank you very much for watching this video.